this broadcast, the Christ of Beings of Light, to protect everybody, to make sure the energies are high frequency and that nothing can come into our communications on my show that is not of the highest light. Adonai, Adonai, Adonai. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Good morning. Good morning. This is CmdrAleon with you this morning at 9:07 in the morning. We weren't on last night, but that was all right because we were where we were supposed to be. The commander is on this morning. We'll be on tonight at about 11 o'clock for our regular show. And so welcome all the beautiful people. Welcome all the beautiful people. And you are. Welcome to a show that is always out of this world. Just to give you some background, my name is CmdrAleon, for people that are new to the show. I do a show called Encounters. I'm also a radio host of WESU's Ashtar Command radio show, dedicated to the Ashtar Galactic Command for over 21 years. NPR Pacifica Radio, every Sunday morning at WESUFM.org, 11:30 a.m. Good morning, Tammy and everybody. Good to see you, Johnny. And we are operating, we always put a protection, a Christ and energy protection around the show. I do that on purpose to make sure that it is of the highest energy frequencies. So no matter who we interview, the frequencies will always be high. You know, that's really important. And I always teach people that you must operate and learn how to operate in alignment with Christ consciousness, with Christed frequencies of light. If you're not, anything can happen. But if you are, the one thing that will happen is you'll be elevated into the most beautiful state of consciousness you've ever been to. Brent, welcome to the show. Trey, awesome, good vibes from Alabama. Good to see you, Trey. Always. All the people coming in. Lacey, good to see you. Good morning. So we're just amped up as high as you can get, and that's not even the limit of highness. And when I talk about high, we're not talking about I'm on some really psychedelic mushroom. I'm cosmically, Christedly in a state of consciousness that is very beautiful. I'm playing some beautiful sounds behind me here, and it's just a beautiful energy. So all the music I use that you hear in the background is always going to be of the highest light. I never use anything that distorts frequency. You know, so I teach people, as much as you might like something that distorts frequency, you don't think it's distorting frequency, what you listen to affects your consciousness. It does, because it's a frequency. Music is a frequency. If you listen to music that distorts and is really noisy, it will certainly destroy, in a sense, your ability to center on higher frequency consciousness. So when you're contacting space people, good morning, Jess, you want to operate in the highest frequency ever. That's what I teach in my classes. That's why when we take people off planet, we're using this kind of music. It gets into a state of high frequency, vibrational patterns of consciousness, Christ consciousness. That's really a key thing, I think, as I have been going through certain experiences recently. I've really come out stronger for it, more defined. I've actually learned a lot. And what I've learned is that sometimes things come to the surface that have been inside a person forever, and some things trigger it. And when things trigger it, then it becomes, wow, what's going on? Why am I having this experience? What's going on in my life? What's going on with this? What's going on with that? But sometimes once you get it to the surface, you can look at it in the mirror and say, oh, that's what it was. And then you have to let it go. Because then you now clear your body of whatever that thing was for years inside of you that's been bothering you. It comes to the surface. You got to say, that's what it was. Now you can be get alignment with Christ consciousness. And from there on, you'll have nothing but good experiences. You'll have nothing but the best experiences. You know, that's really the key of this morning's show, at least to start. We'll be here till about 10:30. We're going to do an hour and a half live this morning. You know, so the commander is fired up. And when I'm fired up, watch out, because I will still go up that mountain I'm here to help everybody out. That's what this show's about. Hearing your stories. I love hearing people's stories. I've helped so many people because what I do is unconditional. You know, what I do is for everyone. That's why I started this show, to bring people together. There's so much on TikTok that doesn't get here. I see so much, let's face it, a lot of garbage on TikTok that is not elevated in the highest light. And that goes also for YouTube. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube that does the same thing. And even on Facebook, So in this platform, we have to bring something that is going to elevate people to the highest levels of consciousness, cosmically speaking, specifically. Hey, Paige, we're doing good. We are fired up. Hey, Taz, good to see you. Good morning, brother. So people need to understand the commander a little bit more. I will always walk my walk, always in my mission. In the years of sightings, of seeing spaceships and all these things I've seen, it's opened my consciousness up to realities that I never knew existed. Well, when you're a kid, you're trying to be a kid, right? We're all trying to be kids when we're kids, right? But I've heard stories from people, and you've all had awakenings. However it happened, you all got there somewhere. And some of you are just starting to wake up. So in that way, we have to be gentle and help those that are just starting to wake up and answer their questions that they have. They have many questions. Many people have many questions. Having the sun shining in the window here, that energy of the sun I take very spiritually, because that sun energy amps up my frequency. The universe we live in, our sun is just not something that gives us daylight and then goes down and we have nighttime. The sun is not just simply a sun. The sun is an energy field that if we absorb and meditate and allow that energy to come into our body, it'll amp up our cellular structure and our frequencies of our body. Trey says, sometimes I can see ahead 5 seconds before it happens. I can understand that, Trey. I think I've been there too myself. I love the sun. I do too. When I go to a beach on the Long Island Sound in the summertime, I don't care about swimming in the water, although I love the water. I'm just sitting there meditating with the sunlight and the sun energy, and taking that sun energy in and just transmuting it, and that energy translating it, so to speak, into my cellular body to activate. Body is the temple, yes. Do it daily. I never miss a day. That's beautiful, Taz, And no one should. The sun is full of light codes. Yes, it is. It is full. If people, use the sun to just meditate, absorb the energy, you will find your body elevating to high frequencies, always. And someone said earlier, the body is the temple. So in order to facilitate contact with our space brothers and sisters, one on the human level has to be centered. And not everybody's centered on this planet, because let's face it, you've got so much stuff on social media in this genre, in this particular genre, so many different energies coming at you saying, oh, this is it, no, that's it, no, this is it, no, you got to go this way, you got to go that way. No, the only way you've got to go is within yourself. You don't have to go any way. You don't have to be a guru. You don't have to be a priest. You don't have to be a minister to get there. All you have to do is connect with the true nature of yourself, right? And if you're willing to do that and do the work on your own, not just on your own, but if people want to help you and they're coming from it from an unconditional, pure, loving light, fine. But then there are people out there in the world, and I've seen this, in the whole spiritual community of enlightenment, that have their own agendas, over the years. And, I've been to a lot of UFO conferences over the years. And I can tell you, sometimes people get stuck in a matrix, even at UFO conferences. The same things over and over again are discussed. And in other cases, there are people trying to break that paradigm to bring in new information. And that's where I'm at. If I go to a UFO conference, you better believe I'm going to be busting the matrix. If I'm invited to a UFO conference, I will speak about the Ashtar Galactic Command and about the beings of light and about that. I won't be talking about abductions. I won't be talking about how spaceships are made out of certain metal material. To me, that's unimportant. That doesn't even mean anything to me. Our space people, our star people, don't want us to look at their spaceships. They want us to look at ourselves. They want us to wake up. They want us to realize there's something else going on. They want us to realize that we are more than what we think we are. Oh, I'm fired up. I am fired up. If you're not on this show today, this show will be recorded and you'll see it on my YouTube channel, Astro Command Spaceship News. But I am fired up. So listen clearly, brothers and sisters. Get it together if you're not together, because you are loved. You're loved more than you even know. Okay? Do you know you're loved? Do you feel that you are loved? And if you don't feel you're loved, then realize you are. Don't ever let anybody put you down in a situation where you're not sure of yourself. Because there are people out there, people at all levels of life, people on the street, people whatever. Don't ever let that happen to you. Always stand in your truth. Always. My teachings are very strong today. The energy that I'm getting today, this morning, I was guided that, Commander, you need to go live. You need to do your mission work again this morning. I said, oh yeah, it's a sunny day and I'm feeling energized. I'm coming on here. I feel so beautifully energized to share. A lot of times I have guests on here, but you don't always hear what the commander knows. But now you're knowing, and now what you're hearing is what I know. So I'm going to share a little bit of stuff with you here. I've been working with the Ashtar Command for a lot of years. I've said it before. Good morning, Heather. Will says, I was looking at 50-year-old Billy Meyer photos and their hair in the back. Ah, yeah, Billy Myers, yes. So understand this. We are coming into a dispensation of energy now on the planet that's going to bring up all kinds of things in people. It's going to bring all your issues up to the surface. It's going to happen. It has to happen, and it's a good thing. And you might not like when it happens, whenever it happens, but then you can look in the mirror and face and say, I was like this. This is who I was as a human being. Once you face it and see it, then say, oh, I don't need to be this way anymore. This is not who I am. I don't have to be this way anymore. I wish to be something greater than myself. When we as human beings are greater than ourselves, then we are giving of others. Do you understand? We are giving of others. It's not so much what we get, it's what we give, right? What we give to each other, how we collectively interact with each other. If we can learn to live with each other, interact with each other, love each other, be the cosmic beings that we wish to be, then we will be elevated to a state of consciousness where we are living that light always. So when we make contact with our space brothers and sisters, and that day is coming, brothers and sisters, that day is coming. You can't avoid it. Whether you want to avoid it or not, whether you're ready or not, here it comes. You need to be ready. You need to be centered. Yes, we're all galactic family. And I've said this before. It's getting stronger. Last year, I was just starting to feel it. Late 2022 into 23. But I have to tell you, no matter what the naysayers think, they're wrong. They don't know. They don't understand. Things are going to be happening. Things are happening individually with people. I know that. I've interviewed many of you over this past year, and you're only a small portion of what's going on the planet. Imagine how many other people that don't have TikTok or Facebook or YouTube that are being visited by space people. They have no one to talk to about it. They're there. There are many of them. Psychic Kimmy, good morning. So understand something. My love for every individual human being is unconditional. My work that I do here is very public. And I chose to do it that way. I could have been very private, not done any radio or any broadcasts on TikTok. I could have been just going privately, doing my little thing. But I came here with a mission to Earth. And that mission was through broadcasting and using technology. But that's what I used on the ship. I didn't use technology, but I was an intergalactic communicator between different planetary systems. You didn't know that, but now you do. So if you feel the effects of energy when I'm on here, understand I've been amped up very, very recently. I've been amped up to modulate into a different frequency. You might be feeling energy from me right now, and some of you will. I'm still trying to understand it because it's just recently new. I'm amplification. I affect my own technology here. Okay? Hey, Stormy, I'm affecting my own technology. You know, sometimes when I have people on my show now, my voice amplifies, which I've never seen happen before. It amplifies, you know, so I'm trying to figure that out. Joey, good to see you. Good morning. And I'm just looking at people here. We hear you loud and clear. Team members, love and light to all. Yes, Joey. And what's going to happen is everyone's going to be affected differently by the new energy coming into the earth. The energy is of the highest light, but it depends how you use that energy. It depends how you translate that energy. And if you're in a state where you weren't totally together on a mental level or a conscious level, that energy might hit you and say, oh man, what's going on here? I don't know if I can take this. But you're going to be the one who has to make that change. No one here is going to change that. You change it. If you choose at free will to move forward and let go of the things of your past and just let go of it, then you're going to move forward into a much more beautiful space than you've been in ever in your life. You know, my energy and my vibrational words are extremely strong right now. And I know some of you are feeling it. Okay? I do know that. So not only am I a host of the show, but I'm operating right now in a galactic frequency of light, a very high frequency of light. And I did a little prayer that I do now on this show to make sure that there's no energies that can seep in here that are of lower vibrational frequencies. They won't be able to do it. They'll be knocked out. They'll be like so not able to come up to my frequency where I am right now. You know? And the way I am operating in this frequency on this show right now is an attainable level for every single person. It's not just for me. It's for everybody. It's unconditional. The star people want you to elevate to higher frequencies of consciousness. They don't want you to say, oh yeah, I went to this workshop. I'm feeling really peaceful. I think I got there. It never stops, brothers and sisters. You have to keep elevating, 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 elevating. Right? Hey, Mercury Man. Also not needing much sleep. All right, Kristen. I'm a broken empath. Well, if you're an empath, you're not broken. You're an empath. So take the word broken out and say, I'm just an empath. And just look at that and that beautiful vibration of being an empath. You know, you don't have to put the word, hey, Ryan, just don't worry about it. You're never broken because you've got the ability to do something that you were divinely given the ability to do. You see? So our languaging is important, right? If we say, you know what, I'm a light worker, but I'm not that great. So if I say, I'm a light worker, but I'm not that great, what does that mean? Well, I'm saying I'm a light worker, but I'm not that great. But you are. Take the word I'm not that great out and say, I am a light worker. I am a light worker. If you're a starseed, say, well, I'm a starseed, but I'm not really a good starseed. Take out, I'm not good. You are a starseed. I am a starseed, and I'm good. See, it's all about, all the words have meaning. Every word you use with someone, yourself, has meaning. How you present your words has meaning and affects other people. Words are vibration. All right? Words are vibration. The power of I am, yes. Yes, Tony, that's right. Try your best. And don't even try. Just take out the word try and never speak negatively about yourself. So you can take out the word try and say, never to speak negatively about yourself. And even not only yourself, but other people on earth. Because when you have to do that, then now you're lowering the vibration, right? So we as people that come from, in truth, the stars, always need to be conscious of who we are. Yes, we are living in a planet Earth, on a planet Earth, and we are, yes, having a human experience that affects us. And yes, there are days when someone's going to cut you off on the highway and you're going to freak out. And yes, there are times when somebody's going to hit their market wagon into your wagon and not say, excuse me. And there are going to be times when someone's going to start yelling in your face for no reason on the street, and you say, what's going on here? Yeah, and there are things that are happening here that maybe you don't agree with, because it's the planet Earth and you're having the experience, and it might not always be the best experience, but if you know what you're doing and if you take the steps to go past those experiences and learn from them, that is what your light work is about. To be the light, to be the work, to be the starseed, to be the being from another planet, you need to remember who you are. You didn't come here to forget who you are. You came here to remember who you are. You came here to remember what your mission is, right? Your mission. You all have a mission, whether you realize it yet. It doesn't matter if you don't know what the mission is on Earth. You will eventually attain that knowledge. You will. You just have to be willing to take a deep breath and relax and realize there's not a rush here to the end of the thing. You're not on a racetrack trying to beat the other guy or gal that's on that racetrack, right? It's not a race. There's no losers, there's no winners. You're not racing to get somewhere. You need to take the time. You need to take the time for yourself. See, on Earth, it's been what they call the rat race, where everyone's like running to the race to get nowhere. Everyone's running somewhere to get nowhere. I find it interesting on this planet how that's what people do. They're running to get somewhere, and they're going nowhere. And there's nowhere they have to go. The only thing you have to go to is remember, you are the temple of light. You are the crown of light. Mr. Hamadi, who is Mr. Hamadi? I'm being told to accept a person called Mr. Hamadi, and I don't even know. TikTok does this now. They tell me to accept somebody as a guest. I want to know what they want to talk about first. This Mr. Hamadi. Hey, Star Runner, good to see you. Blessings to you. Blessings, blessings, blessings to every single encounter viewer out there. Every one of you. And if you're coming in as a tourist here, stick around for a while. If you're a TikToker saying, what's this all about? Well, this is interesting. Tell yourself to stop and watch. And you'll be activated, motivated, and you'll be celebrated on encounters, always. See? It's so important that people understand who they are. The birds are flying around. Oh, a whole bunch of birds just flew over. That was a distraction. Blessings to you, Sarah. Blessings to every single one of you. Coastal Cosmonaut, good to see you as well. Marlene, I am Christ consciousness. See? And that's it. Just too sassy. Good morning, Commander. Hope you're doing well. We're doing great. And that's right, Mercury Man. You are the source of the universe. Psychic Kimmy says, and they won't stop running, and they get sick. Yes, because they're running and running and running instead of stopping to try to look within and see what's going on. Allison says, I had my second encounter not too long ago. Ezra says, I understand my purpose. Recently, I am Ambassador 3. Blessings, Ginger Bunny. Good to see you. Healing, light, and love to everyone. User 759 says, flowing with love and light, balanced with all love, ups and downs, a beautiful flow. I can do anything I put my mind to. I work the light in the love. You do, Johnny. You do work the light in the love. You see? And that's the thing. When you understand you work in light and love, always, there's nothing that can stop you. There's nothing that will ever stop me, in my radio work, with the Ashtar Command on the FM side on internet that I do every Sunday. Nothing that's going to stop me from my mission work on encounters, from having guests, from talking about the things that are going on with people. Because my mission is to help people. This show is a way of helping people. This is not your usual UFO show, and I purposely did it that way. I don't just talk about nuts and bolts and about what kind of technology the space people have. After a while, that gets boring. There are other places for that on YouTube or whatever. There's a spiritual aspect, a cosmic aspect to what's going on here. That's where I'm at. Because I'm a contactee, I can look at this thing not just as a talk show host wearing a suit and tie and say, let's talk about that spaceship they captured at Area 51. Let's talk about what metals it has. Like, that's important. The metals, that's all that's important, is what metals the spaceship has. You see, and there are UFO shows that's what they focus on. The technology. That's what excites them. But they're missing the boat. They're totally missing the boat. What's important is understanding where our space family comes from. Understanding your connection to something or someone that is beyond Earth. Knowing that your biological family is a biological family on Earth, but that is not the only family you have, you see. Billions of people on this planet think they just have a biological family. That's just the only family they have. Because they're not woken up to the fact that, yeah, you have a biological family, but do you know that you come from the stars before you came to Earth? Most people don't realize that. They don't. It says here, I have to use techniques to block my psychic all the time. Also, Ryan, if you just operate in the Christ consciousness, through Christ consciousness, and say, I am a Christed being of light, I will not allow any energies to affect my spiritual work. I am a Christed being of light. Just those simple words can transform everything you're going through. And that goes for anybody out there. I'm absolutely certain of that. Marlene says, I'm in positive light to teach the truth and inform others of it for all good. Beautiful. Psychic, I'm a Palladian starseed. See? When you remember that you are Palladian, that you are a starseed, that's a beautiful thing. And as such, you also, I would take it a step further, Psychic Kimmy, is that you also say to yourself, not only am I a Palladian starseed, I am a Christed being of light from the stars. Add that to yourself, and you'll see even that amp up higher. 44 vibration. Good to see you. Family, it's a farm. They farm us, bro. No, they don't farm us. There's no farm. So I'm going to straighten you out here, 44 vibration. We're not being farmed. There's no farm that's being, definitely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring you up here. Well, you only have 48 followers, but you're a friend. So let me explain something to you. I'm glad you're here when you said that. We're not being farmed. We're not like cattle. We're not like a bunch of cattle being farmed by some, sinister force that's going to farm us. So let me get that cleared out. We are beautiful beings of light. Now, if you think consciously, if you're asking me the question, I'm going to tell you no. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. So if wherever you heard that, you got that from somewhere on the internet or a website, you had to get it from somewhere. Everything comes from somewhere, right? So here, let me straighten that out. We are here because we were meant to be here. No one's farming any human beings. There have been people that have been abducted by ETs and have not had very good experiences. There are people that have not been abducted by ETs and have had very beautiful experiences with star beings. So there's a lot of that. But we are definitely not a human farm for space extraterrestrial intelligence. Absolutely not. Wherever that's coming from, throw it out of your mind. And if you work 44 vibration in Christ consciousness, or you learn how to meditate in Christ consciousness, you will transform your belief systems to that garbage, because it's not happening. If it was happening, I would tell you on this show, there's nothing like that in reality happening. That came from somewhere on the internet, somebody, maybe a video on YouTube, wherever that came from, it's total garbage. It's not true. Okay? The people that think that way, that are producing that thought, they are living in a lower frequency, a lower vibration. Their life is surrounded by probably some negativity. All right? So, yeah, definitely not. Let me try to read some more of the comments here. From all, please be users of your beautiful love and light flow, I now. Oh, I love those words. Put a bubble of protection around me at the start of each day. Yes. Hey, Stargazer. I'm from the Sirius star system. Beautiful, Stormy. I am a Christ conscious being of light. I do not allow others these to affect me. Beautiful. See? Own it. Feel it. Oh, you have me chills. Thank you, Psychic. We are star. Our light can shine bright or dim. Depends on how you love others and all. Beautiful, Shelley. Let's see here. I was abducted, and it was the worst experience. So yes, that's what I needed to know. So now I understand you. You were abducted and had a very bad experience. So from that experience, your perception of reality is that everything is a farm and that we are being used as cattle. And I'm using that term. I've dealt with people that have been abducted. I'm sorry you went through that experience. But understand and listen to what other people are saying. We are not a farm. We're not a big farm for abductions. We're not a big farm for people being, having experiments done too. You had a bad experience. I'm so sorry you did. But I can help you transform and protect yourself in a level of light 44 vibration. So I'm going to do that now for you. Now you only have like 48 followers. So are you willing to let me help you? I'm going to do this right here, right now. I'm going to transform that negative experience and put some protection around you, and you're going to facilitate protecting yourself. But it's not for me to protect you. You have to protect yourself. I'm going to give you the tools right here on the show how to do this. I do this. I've done it. I've done it all the time. When I hear stories, I will go into protection mode to help somebody, and we're going to make it better. We're going to make it better. So 44 vibration, I will ask you, because I always have to ask, I can't assume, will you allow me to help you? And I will, on encounters. Shelley Star to shine out, light bright, love all conditionally as a child does, just keep distance of toxic with love. Absolutely true. Hey, Brandon, good to have you with us. Blessings, Corky, welcome. So I'm waiting for 44 vibration to respond. I'm willing to help you, brother or sister. I don't know if you're a woman or a guy, but I'm willing to help you. Wendy Bay, welcome to the show. Lensworth, Tony Green, Andrew G, Nancy Marie, Possum, that's a good name. Mike, good to have you with us. User 388, welcome to the show. Sports fan, I gather you're a sports fan. Pam, welcome to the show. Mike Manson, Joe, welcome to the show. Del, are the Anunnaki our ancestors? The Anunnaki are part of the galactic levels of light. They're not the only ones. They are well known, but there are many galactic forces of peace that we're connected to. So, Del, once you understand the cosmic Christed levels, you'll understand that the Anunnaki are very advanced, very spiritual beings, just as there are many spiritual beings throughout the multiverse. They are just one of many, but they're well known, and people talk about them in a lot of documentaries and so forth. Don't retaliate. Pray for them to see the light. That's right. Much love, Commander, and everyone. Shelley, much love to you. Brave Star. Anunnaki have come back for our planet's gold. No, that's not what they're coming back for. So let me kind of strain that whole thing out, Brave Star. The Anunnaki are not coming back for gold. The Anunnaki, with other galactic beings of light, are here to help us. But there are people that are so fixated on the Anunnaki and have different perceptions of the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are just very advanced spiritual beings of light, just like, and within the Ashtar Galactic Command, which they actually do work with. They're not here for gold. That's not the purpose. That's never the purpose. Never. So I want to kind of strain that out as simply as I can before people start thinking the Anunnaki are coming back to Earth to take all the gold off the planet. It's not going to be that way, brothers and sisters. So sometimes I have to do some education here on the show. Sometimes. You know, today's one of those days where I'm going full force into my thing. You know, I am. And I have some beautiful amped up music here that I'm playing. Trust the science. Trust the science? What does that have to do with the Anunnaki coming back to Earth for gold? What does trust the science mean? Let's see. If they wanted it, they would have gotten it already, I'm sure. You're absolutely right, Stargazer. I don't trust the science. I don't trust science anyway. You know, on this planet, trust the science. The scientists were the ones that totally are the most skeptical people in the world about the star people, about space, in terms of intergalactic communications. Trust the science? Trust your heart, not science. That's right, Shelley Stardust. Don't trust the science. Don't even trust the science. Gold has to be mined. So, Brave Star, you're at the belief system that the Anunnaki are coming to Earth. They're coming back for our gold. They're going to be going into like places where the gold miners did that in the old days in the West, right? Hey, I'm an Anunnaki and I'm here. I'm landing my ship. I want to get the gold on the Earth. I want to get your gold. You people of Earth, you're wasting that gold. We need it. Who do you think built all those golden statues? Yeah, we did. The Anunnaki. We built those gold statues. How do you think? You know, your Statue of Liberty in New York needs to be changed. We're going to take that Statue of Liberty and turn it into some golden Statue of Liberty. I guarantee it. Yep. We're coming back for your gold. That's why we come to Earth. You know, we go to every planet as Anunnaki because we want to get your gold. You're not going to have gold coins on Earth anymore because we're going to take all your gold wherever it is on the planet. We have advanced technology that can take the gold out without breaking a mountain, without even breaking a stone. So you human beings have to understand something. We as the Anunnaki are going to take your gold. Guaranteed. Yep. Now what I'm saying is, folks, and Brave Star, you know, take this the right way. No one's taking our gold. The Anunnaki are not coming back with other galactic civilizations when that contact happens to take gold. They're coming back to interact and to lovingly come together with us. They're not gods, they're space people from other planetary systems, just like other people. The Anunnaki are more well known. There are people that are from the star system Sirius. There are people that are from the Andromeda system. There are people from other star systems. But no one's better. They're all just elevated. They've had eons and eons of time to become who they are. We're going into a situation where our planet now as a planet is going into a much higher frequency. And it's going to be new for a lot of people. Billions of people still have to wake up on this planet. Your perceptions of reality and wherever you're getting that about Anunnaki coming for gold, it's just not true. So I have to give you some feedback. It is not true. Okay? You don't have to believe me. I'm not here to control you. I'm just telling you, whatever you're getting, it's not true. Okay? And the commander will always say it the way it is. Whether you agree or not, I will always stand in my light as talk show host because I've had so many experiences. I am now so amped up here talking. If you hear the way I'm speaking right now, I'm in a fired up mode. Okay? Yes, that's right. We are not the center of the universe. You know, the earth is not the center of creation. There are people actually out there, brothers and sisters, that think the earth is it, that we are the intelligent ones, and that when God created life, it's earth. God said, oh, I think one planet should be having life on it. It's a planet called Earth. This planet, we'll call it Earth. It will have life. All the other planets in the multiverse will be just planets with nothing on them. No life, no animals, no mammals, no fish, nothing. But Earth will have life. will give Earth life. Oh, that's a great idea. Because I'm such a loving God, I will give Earth life, and all the other planets will look like planets. We'll have suns and stars, but only one planet with intelligent life called Earth. That's the way it is. It's Earth. Earth is the special one. Remember, folks, you're all special. You're Earthlings. You're Earthlings. You're special. Me, I'm just a talk show host. I'm nothing special. I'm just a talk show host. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get my drift? Do you understand where I'm coming from, brothers and sisters? If you're not watching this show and you're watching a clown running around with an outfit with a cow or something, then you're totally losing it. Who's here? I'm bringing up somebody years ago from a rabbit to a human being. Now, if you don't, that is the ability to elevate yourself from being a rabbit to a human being. That's a big step for him. And I'm going to welcome him to the show right now.
Hello, Commander. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Commander. I'm here with tidings of good joy and peace to all. How are you?
You sound so
Commander?
sexy. I don't want to get in trouble for saying that. You sound so sexy.
Good morning, everybody. I am here with Commander.
Voice.
See, we are together again.
Yes, we are.
And we are better than ever.
Stronger than ever, too.
Yes.
I am so fired up, man. I am, in New England, because we had so much cloudiness. It wasn't fun living in New England with all this rain and cloudiness for weeks. But now the sun is shining. I'm just like really amped up. People, if you're sitting there, if you don't feel the energy coming from you right now, you are watching TV.
It's a beautiful day in Florida. The temperature is a nice 64 degrees. The sun is shining, and we are looking for UFO sightings.
We are. And matter of fact, Flight 67, American Airlines, will be taking off in 5 minutes. Get to the walking board station before you miss the jet. Oh, sorry. There's a spaceship there, and people are walking on a big ship. We thought it was an airplane. Sorry, folks. That is going to another planet. You wanted the flight to Florida from LA. That's the regular jet there. That's on the other one. Hey, how you doing, James?
I'm great. I'm working on getting us on Coast to Coast AM.
Oh, good.
I'm working. I can't wait for that. I got the contact for one of the producers of the show. So who knows? We might not get on there, but we got to try.
What?
We have to.
When what's his name? The person that Art Bell, believe it or not, many years ago when Art Bell was still doing their show, he actually had me on. I was talking about the command on there many years ago. So you'll probably do it because they are very, they are open to things like that. So I think kudos to you. I think you're doing great work, man.
Time to expose the younger generation to Coast. And yes, Luann, we do believe in Jesus.
We do. My whole thing is Jesus. When I talk about Christ consciousness, Luann, on my show, I always protect this show with Christ consciousness meditations. When I go on here, I say it again at the beginning of my show today. I said, I ask that the Christed beings of light, the Ashtar Command, protect our broadcast, protect all the people that come in here and view the show. I always put protection. So I believe in Christ, but I don't believe in Christ in a religious word like 3D Christ, because that's very limited. But I do believe in Christ consciousness, which is coming from Christ. That's Christ consciousness. So yes, we do on this show believe in Christ, but we don't take it in a religious way. We don't go reading scriptures from the Bible and saying, well, I got to hit you on the head. My name is CmdrAleon. I'm going to Bible thump you. If you don't get that hit on the head once, I'm going to hit you with a bigger Bible until you figure it out, brothers and sisters. No, I don't do that.
Brothers and sisters, we come to you with the message from God.
We sure do. And James,
we want you to Come to church on a Sunday.
Yeah, and go to temple on a Saturday.
Be good one day of the week.
That's right.
But here we practice what we preach every day.
And that's right. And if you're into the Quran, don't get too Qurani with us, because if you get Qurani with us, we're going to have to get Qurani with you. Qurani, that's right. You don't want to get too, you can't get too Qurani with us, because I got to tell you, brothers and sisters, I'll get my Bible out. I got a Bible that's 1 pound, and I guarantee you, I'll hit you over the head with that Qurani Bible that you have, and let's see which one wins.
That's funny.
I do have a sense of humor, folks. If you're new to the show, because I come from another planet, I've always had a sense of humor, even when I was a kid. You know, I could have been a contender, but I didn't surrender.
You could have been a contender. It could have been the Kings of Comedy. It could have been Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, and CmdrAleon.
That's right. You know, so I'm just happy to be who I am. I'm always going to be who I am. And, you know, people, and, you know, when I go to work, I have crystals at my desk. I protect myself even when I talk to customers, because you get people on the phone that are whacked out. And then I put my hand up, you know, as I'm looking at the phone, pushing the energy back. I'm saying, nope, quietly. You always got to protect yourself on this planet, because, you know, people are whacked out sometimes. And even on social media.
That's right.
Even on social media, people are whacked out. You know,
no. There's nobody crazy on TikTok. Are you kidding me?
What's this called? TikTok? Is this TikTok that we're on? I thought it was Taki Tick or something. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm on.
That's funny. Listen, Commander, I got to hop out of my rabbit hole. I got some more editing to do. I just wanted to come on and tell everybody hello. Have a great day. Listen to what Commander was saying. We are all special. We all have, we're all here for a reason at this time on this planet. We need to make the best out of it. We need to be good to each other, spread the light, spread the joy and the laughter, because that's what this world needs. We need to raise the vibration level, because there's going to be no contact, no nothing if we don't do this together.
We have to do it together.
And that's it. So everybody have a great day. I love everybody. And Commander, we will see you later.
I understand. Why are we talking like this?
Because it's known on the algorithm that if you talk like this, crazy people will come to your show and hit the like button.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, folks.
That was your algorithm.
And James, we'll be looking forward to updates, seriously, on the Coast to Coast thing. If we get on there, that I think if anyone can do it, I know you can do it. You have that certain special thing about you. You know, you're able to do it. So there he goes, into the cosmic universe. And thank you, James, for coming on here. James is my official original co-host, and he will be back with us. Good to have everybody here at 9:55 in the morning. We're going to be here till 10:30, so I'm doing an hour and a half show today. You know, I love doing daytime shows, but I tend to do my nighttime shows a lot. So, hi, do you have contact with the Anunnaki? No. I honestly, New Amsterdam, thank you for the question. I don't. I work with the Ashtar Galactic Command, which represents all the different galactic forces of light, including the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki work within the Ashtar Galactic Command area. If you don't know what the Ashtar Galactic Command is, or Ashtar Command, it is the Christed forces of light beyond Earth. They are the highest levels of light. Highest levels. Forget the federations and all this other whatever. It's the Ashtar Galactic Command that oversees the positive forces of light throughout the multiverse. So, yeah. So I'm giving people a teachable moment on my show, and I'm talking more about what I do now on this show than I've done ever before, because you need to hear it, okay? I'm not just a talk show host that's done radio for 21 years on NPR radio. I come from Mars. I work in Christ consciousness. I'm a contactee since the 60s. What else? I do workshops where I teach people off planet, and they go onto a large ship as big as the Earth called the Golden Ship of Light. It's a golden ship. as big as the earth. I do a lot of things. I'm like a cosmic book. When my book opens up like it is this morning, you're going to get information from me, all of you. And so if you want to interview me and ask me a question, I'm an open cosmic book this morning. Okay? And I do the reverse. I usually interview people about their abductions, their contactee experiences, their UFO sightings that they're having. But the commander is now in sharing mode here. Okay? Paul Grimm, but we got to pay. We got to pay what? Hey, Paul, good morning. What do we have to pay for? What are we paying? I'm glad you're up front with people. Yes, Half Pint, I have to be. You know, when you're in the public eye doing radio for 21 years, you're always in the public eye. So your people, they know you there. Everyone should be upfront about who they are. It makes it more honest, you know. I always believe in doing, when I started this show, I said, if I'm not honest about who I am, what I am, coming out of the closet, being who I am, then I'm not doing it. But I always am out there. I purposely am out there because that's the way my energy is right now. It's like, bam, Commander, get out there. You know, you're going to be shaking people up here. You know, just get out there. So from now on, I will be out there. I thought I was out there already. But just remember, when you come to this show, you're going to be blasted with an energy you've never felt in your whole Earth human existence. This is not your typical UFO talk show. This is, without a question, a show that's out of this world. It is. Good morning, Gene. This really is. Daniel, good to see you. Daniel Guzman, good to see everybody here. And also support our show. So part of what I do, without any question, hesitation, if you can support our show, TikTok gifts are definitely allowed here. I encourage everybody who loves what I'm doing. I have no fear of saying it. I do want your TikTok coins to send me gifts. And there are people who might go on TikTok. Why do people have to give other people gifts? Well, then don't be on TikTok. Go on Facebook, where they don't do anything like that. Or go on, whatever. But I have no questions to ask people for gifting to help the spiritual work I'm doing on this show. I have no questions whatsoever in doing that. I will do it every single time I'm on here. Let me see here. So I'm going to put up a pin. And I don't know if I can change this, but I'm going to... Can I change it? Can I edit it? Can I... Manager. So it says here. Okay, so I'm putting up this thing. I'm pinning it up right now. The galaxies. So you can, if you have 1,000+ coins, you can do a galaxy. So I put up 2 galaxies. Thank you for the roses, James. Thank you for the bracelet, Gene. We appreciate that. So we have 125 people in here. Now, if you don't have any TikTok coins and you're out and about and you don't have really any funds to do anything, I still want you to be here. It's not about that. But if you do have the abundance, that God's given you the abundance to do TikTok coins, send us a gift. Let us know. Send us a gift, because I want to do the best I can on this show to bring everything possible to the table. I want to hear your stories. I want you to speak out. Thank you, Ann. I want you to tell us if you've had an encounter, if a spaceship landed or a UFO landed in your yard and they took you on board a ship. Those are stories I want to hear about, because there are people having those experiences, and not all of them are good and not all of them are bad. I mean, my background gives me the ability to do the things I do in media because I have that background. I take things I do seriously. For 21 years on NPR radio, I've been through tons of people. Dr. Frank Stranges, before he died, who had contact with a being called Valiant Thor. Before he died, I interviewed him a number of years ago. And then months later, he died. I don't remember how it was. I think he fell off of stairs or something. I don't remember what happened. He wanted to have a movie made about his experiences with Valiant Thor. The movie was not really ever made, but he had a whole script ready for Hollywood based on a true story of his life. The things you don't know about me, folks, in terms of I have so much that I understand and know. And I want to see disclosure, and I want to have people come forward on my show and actually have information for us that I can share with you that will help you understand that this is what our government knows in terms of what they've been dealing with the extraterrestrial intelligence, the secret bases where ET stuff has been happening. I want to get back into that as well, and I haven't seen much in the. I look at the news online for ET disclosure, UFO stuff, and I don't see a lot of it. There's not really much being promoted in the news lately. Hey, Troy, good to have you with us. And I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that happen. I'm not seeing it on the national news on CNN or NBC. I really do believe we need to have more of that. So I'm hoping, that our contact will come back on when they feel comfortable enough to share some new information. Because people need to know the truth. And that's not what it's about. It's about sharing information that will elevate people to understand, well, this is what our government's doing, or this is what the English governments are doing, or the Russian governments have been doing with extraterrestrial intelligence information or UFO information. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing to me. And when we do our C5, we're going to do one. I know Grace will have to come on here and talk about it. We're going to do a C5. I'll let her talk about that. But we're going to do a C5 April 13th at 8 o'clock live on TikTok. We're going to be at an apple orchard, a town away from here, a country town next to us. That's where we do our original C5s. So if people want to know about that, we haven't created the video yet, but we will have a video created. And that's going to be, and we do a Christed meditation. So when we do C5, we do a Christed meditation. Why? You've got to. You can't just go out and do a C5 and say, oh, why don't you just come down here wherever you are, and we don't care. No, you got to be disciplined. You have to understand that it's crucial at this time, especially with the frequencies amped up on the planet and within our universe, that contact is coming. But we know how to facilitate that in a peaceful way. We know how to not only facilitate it, we know how to make it happen, right? We're not just getting 20, 30 people together to hold in a circle and look at the stars. No, it's not the way it works. There's a protocol of contact. And when you do the protocol, we integrated the protocol with our Christed meditation. Our Christed meditation is always going to happen every time we do a C5. We always have to institute that Christed frequency. If we don't, then anything can happen. So we want to make sure when we make contact with Star Family, if they show their ships or they come in a group or an armada, that we are contacting the right space people. You got to make sure. You always do. And that's what I teach. That's what I teach. And that's what I even talk about on my radio show. And I think this is the thing we have to be prepared for, that we are getting there. We're way closer than we've ever been on this planet to contact. Now, there are individual contacts happening for decades. Those are individual. I'm talking about mass contact with our planet. Okay? I'm talking about the contact where we are all going to be together. You're not going to be alone. No one's going to be alone. You're only alone if you choose to be alone. If you choose to be alone and don't want any part of what's going on, you have that right. Absolutely. And that will be honored forever. But if you choose to be wanting to come together all over the planet, whether you're in Russia, in Japan, whether you're in the Netherlands, whether you're in Greenland, wherever you are watching this show, we all can come together as Earthians, as one planet to represent our planet. We're not a country. We're not a county. We're not a town. We're a planet called Earth. But we've forgotten that, you see. We've separated everything. When the star people come, the ones that are of Christed light, when they do come, and they are coming, will you be ready? Are you willing to do the internal work on yourself to center? Are you willing to do the meditation, the protocols? Are you willing to start C5 groups all over the world where you are? A mass amount of people coming together with C5 groups. Are you willing to do the work? Yes. Need to be filled with love and light. Yes, Half Pint. King Mac. See, that's beautiful. I'm a Martian too. I love it when people say who they are. You see, if all of you do the work, it will be a domino effect. What do I mean by that? When you have a domino effect, a cosmic spiritual domino effect, you will affect other people to do the work as well. You are the way showers, believe it or not. Many of you are going to be the way showers in this show to help other people. So when we do our C5 here in Connecticut, in the United States, I'm going to let Grace, when she's on here, talk about it. The second one, which is going to be beautiful. The C5 we're going to be doing April 13th. We will do our Christed meditation. We will be live on TikTok, and we are going to facilitate the possibilities of contact. And we're going to do it because we're going to do it in a frequency of Christ consciousness. When we all 13 or 20 people, whoever shows up, we will make sure it's in Christed frequencies of light. Okay? That's so imperative in the work we do. It is. Shelley says, I'm Lyrian, Emerald, Order, Galactic Alliance, Indigo Type 1, Melchizedek. Yes, the Order of Melchizedek, yes. It's going to be live. Yes, we're going to be live. Yep. And we'll set up a tripod or something when we're out in the field. But we will definitely be live. And we have no idea. I hope the weather's good on April 13th. I'm projecting into the future, but I hope it is good. But we come with excitement. We come with a lot of love. We'll be sending out a frequency of love. We'll be using CmdrAleon's meditation, but we're going to integrate it before we do that, always with the Ashtar Command protocol, which is a Christed meditation. And that means every single person out there, if you're going to do a contact CE5, you want to learn how to do Christed meditations before you start as a group or an individual. And we're willing to help you. You know, we know that. Grace knows about the Christed meditation parts. She's part of our C5 group here in Connecticut. And if you're interested, like I said, it's too early yet to make the video. Well, it's not too early. I think we'll make a video in the next few days about this. And I'll talk to James about just a general production of, he's very busy, but I'll see if I can get him to create a quick video. Not a quick video, but a video before the end of the month. Half Pint says, my body is vibrating. You hear the music behind me. It's very high frequency, very high vibrational sounds. Hey, Julie, blessings to you. Blessings and light to everybody out there, wherever you are around the planet. We welcome everybody from every country in the world to join us here on Encounters when we're on here. We're on at 11 o'clock tonight with our regular show. So join us also for 11 o'clock. Love and light, and don't forget to laugh with it again. Yes, and laughing is important. Do you think UFOs come from space? Flat Earth for life? Let me explain something. I'm going to answer your question. So, Josh, be yourself. Josh, I'm going to bring you up here. I want to bring you up here. If you want to come up as a guest, I will answer your question. And if you don't want to come up, that's okay too. I'm very spontaneous about what I do here. Electrical induced. Electrical induced. What was your question? I got so many questions coming at me here. So give me your question again, electrically induced, and I'll answer the other person's question in a minute. Welcome, Larry. Welcome all the new people coming in here. What's your question? Skaboo. Okay, electrically induced. Okay, don't worry about it. So I'm going to answer Flat for Life's question first, and then electrically induced. Please share your question with me, and I'll be conscious of it. So you can never answer all questions, good Lord. Yeah, people realize I'm one person here. Thank you for saying that, Stargazer. So in terms of the UFOs, let me go back to that question. Do you think UFOs come from space? I think there are spaceships from other planetary worlds, and there are unidentified objects, what we call UFOs, that are actually spaceships. I also believe there's reversed, not only believe, I know there's reverse technology taken from extraterrestrial spaceships that we have that's secretly been developed for years. So there's two things. There's terrestrial, reverse engineered craft, and there's extraterrestrial, non-terrestrial spaceships that come from other planetary systems. The UFO is only the vehicle to travel from point A to B. The UFO is not intelligent, it's the vehicle. So when we talk about a UFO, I want to give people, kind of an education about that. UAP, UFO, flying saucer, these are all terms that have been used. UAP, the latest term. There's non-terrestrial, reverse engineered craft, and there is terrestrial, reverse engineered craft. Let me rephrase this. There is things we've gotten by shooting down spaceships, and we've gotten their technology, and we reverse engineered it. Area 51, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, whatever you want to call it, that has actually happened over the years, for many years. But there's also what we call the star systems and the many space systems where planetary beings from spaceships come to Earth. They come to Earth, thank you for the heart. They come to Earth from other planetary worlds. So there's two different things going on here. One is reverse engineered technology, and the other one is distinctly from the stars. So there's two things. Thank you, Stargazer. So good question. I'm glad you asked it. I hope I've answered your question regarding that. I'm CmdrAleon, host of the show here, Encounters, host of WESU, the FM Ashtar Command Radio, Cosmic Eye, every Sunday morning at 11:30 on Pacifica NPR Radio in Connecticut. Rev Crazy, they come through different dimensions, not like we have been indoctrinated. Yes, they do. They come from many dimensions. Thank you for all gifts, taps, subs, donations. Yes, thank you, Shelley, for mentioning that to people. No, they're not robotic. I'm not sure where that comes from, but hey, Stargazer, thanks for that. So there are, well, when you say they're robotic, can you explain that, Half Pint? So there are no such things, KVP, as grays. There are what you call zeta. Those are what people on Earth call grays. There's no gray beings. There are zeta, to be more specific, and there are zeta that are evidently not friendly, and there are zeta that are friendly. But there are zeta that aren't friendly. So the beings that you don't want to be in touch with, regardless, I don't care what anyone says about this, I will state it clearly, and it might burst your bubble. The reptilians, no good. The draconians, no good. Zeta, there are Zeta that evidently are not here to abduct anybody, but there are Zeta that are here to and have abducted people. So those three alone are no good. Regardless of what it tells me, I've been on this trip a long time. I've never been involved in low frequency beings, but I can tell you from my perspective in Christ consciousness, those beings you wish to stay away from. Oh, what happened here? Oh, that's interesting. You want to make sure that you're operating at the highest levels of light. That's really important. Okay? And I'll answer your questions. I know it's a lot of people typing in here, so if I miss a question, it's not because I'm ignoring anybody. I'm just getting a lot of questions here. Thank you, Julie, for the roses. I appreciate it. Thank you, Taz, for sharing the live. Yes, Absolutely. Must keep love in your heart. That's the most important thing. You're going to find stuff here on social media that is going to divert you from the center. What do I mean by center? You're going to find things on here that are fear-based on YouTube, documentaries people make, thinking about the evil aliens that are going to eat you all up. Don't watch that stuff. Why would you want to even be curious? Just so you have a roundabout understanding of it? Don't do it. Put yourself in the highest state of light that you can. Because the reptilians are not good. They're not good. Don't even connect with them. Connect with beings from the Ashtar Galactic Command. Connect with beings of the Christ frequency. Reptilians don't operate in Christ frequency. So don't do it. Now, you can do whatever you want, but trust me on this. Don't do it. I'm going to say it, whether people agree with me. I'm not afraid to say what I think. And I have to. If I don't, I'm not helping anybody. I'm here to shake up the matrix. And the matrix means when you break out of it, do not connect with the reptilians. They've caused a lot of trouble on this planet for a long time. They are being blasted out of this planetary system. They're done. They're done. The Zetas that abducted people, they're done. Believe me when I say this. I know people historically have told me on their show about their abductions. And those abductions happened 10, 20 years ago for some of these people. They are done. Have you had hemisync? What is that? Hey, Angel, good morning. What is it hemisync? What is hemisync? Kundalini. Oh. Interesting question. I don't think so. I mean, for me, I've always operated in a Christ frequency. Insectoids, no. My perspective on that is, I've heard mantis, some of them are very intelligent. If someone had, I've never had those experiences with either one, but if a mantis was of a spiritual love, that's different. There might be, you know? And that to me is really key. I'm going to bring Friends with Fairy up. If she's able. Friends with Fairy are home today. People need to realize very importantly. Well, that's interesting. Wow.
Hi, everybody.
You know what? I don't see you. I have to bring you down. The technology on this TikTok is really weird. So if you can disconnect, because I can't even see you, and then just reconnect, and we'll bring you back up.
Hang on.
Because now it sounds like you're in outer space. Friends with Furries on a spaceship in outer space, and we're only hearing a voice. Yeah. TikTok sometimes has glitches in it. It's pretty weird. But yeah, so that the important thing is, let me see if I can bring her up on my end here. Okay, I'm going to bring her up and see if this works. And if the command, Astro Command, as always protecting my broadcast, will bring her up. And hopefully she can get on here. She could be operating on a totally different frequency, but I think she's here. Yeah, it was just a glitch.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you and see you now. This happens every once in a while on TikTok. I've seen it on other TikToks, watching other people. So welcome to the show. That's my friend April up in Vermont.
Hi, everybody.
And if you don't know April, she is an extraordinary person in her own right. She's had beautiful experiences with exactly the positive things I talk about in Christ consciousness, with the star people, with light beings, with fairies, Friends with Fairies. That's her name, not her name, her physical name. But she is an example of what I'm talking about, a person that stands in her own frequency of light. And I hear a dog in the background.
Sorry, I know my dog's being barked.
The dog's okay. If the dog saw my cat, they might like each other. But and I've had my cat Missy on the show. She's sleeping, but during the nighttime when I'm on here, I'm doing my live at night. My cat wants to be center of attention, so I have to bring her on the live now. Oh, yeah. So it's, hey, Palladian, greetings. So, and I'm on here till 10:30, and then I have to leave. But I think the most important message I have today for all the new people, please follow me. Please follow each other. Our goal is to get to 100,000 followers before summer. I want to do more outreach. I want to reach more people on this show. I see that people are starting to follow me every day. And I'm grateful and humbled for that happening, because this is a show. It's not, we're not just on TikTok, making faces or doing some crazy thing or sleeping on a bed with lights blinking. This is a show. It's a format that I created for my radio show, and it's really important that this exists. I've seen things since last year come and go for whatever reason, and I've just been very consistent in my energies here, and that's why the show is taking off the way it is because we are doing a show. We're not doing a place where you have 10 people as guests and everyone's yelling over each other. What does that get to? Nowhere. It gets a bunch of people yelling, and the host is sitting there looking at everybody yelling at each other. They get nowhere. That's not what we do here. We run a show, and an angel will tell you
a good show.
Yeah, and she'll tell you it is. And I read people's energies. I can read, if I want to, I can read any energy I wish to. I don't always choose to do it. I can quietly read energy. Based on your comment, I'll tell you whether you're of high vibration, whether you're middle vibration, whether you're operating at low vibration, whether you've been duped into the matrix or not. I can do that. People know I do that. I can read energy like I can read a book, and I don't read many books. The only book, then people tell you, the only book I care about is my own book. My book that I've learned here coming to Earth is a galactic book of knowledge, and I don't have to read somebody else's galactic book of knowledge. I have that knowledge. I still learn from other things I see. Ram Dass, Drunvalo Melchizedek, who I met in New York with his wife, beautiful people. I learned a lot from him. There's just a lot of beautiful things that we are doing. And I am so fired up with energy, you wouldn't believe it. And if you're feeling my energy, man, I hope you can handle it, because it is just out there right now. Thank you, cultural commentator. So if you have any feelings of indecision of who you are, where you are, what you are, or what you wish to be, stick around here for a while, and we will blow your mind. I guarantee it. I don't care who's on TikTok reading cards, crystal balls flowing up in the air. I don't care if they have little knickknacks on the thing saying, I'm going to look at this knickknack and I'm going to tell you your future. I'm not going to wear a turban on my head telling you, I'm CmdrAleon, and I will tell you your future. Would you like to know what it is? Would you like to know what your future is? I don't do that. I'm here on mission. I'm on here on mission for the Ashtar Command. I have no qualms about it. I'm not afraid of it or hiding behind it. I'm totally out of the closet. Totally out of the closet. And that's who I am. You need to be out of.
I want to comment on that, Commander, because about 6 months ago, Commander brought me out of the closet. He helped me get myself out of that cloaked closet and brought me out and helped me to be able to talk about my experiences. And he's an amazing, good man. He really is. And he knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He works in Christed light, and he's very protected. He knows his stuff. You guys want to know anything, talk to this man. He knows what he's doing. You need help, go to the commander. He'll be there to help you.
That's right. And call 1-800-888-HELP. No, I'm just kidding. 1-800-888-HELP. And we'll have one of our people online, one of our customer service reps, help you with the information from CmdrAleon. I guarantee you, 1-800-888-CMDR. I'm just kidding, folks.
He'll
But
probably
thank
get
you.
the cat. Meow, how can I meow help you?
That's right. If you don't get one of our reps, you might get a cat that speaks meow language. And I'm sorry if you don't understand it. You'll just have to live with it. But no, it's true. I mean, and April started out being a viewer of my show, just like many of you. When I first got on here, folks, I had no idea what I was supposed to do. I thought I was going to do Astro Command work on here and do like a healing show. Then I said, well, wait a minute, what do you want me to do? Then I decided I was supposed to do a UFO spiritual show. And that was the best decision I made coming on here. Because I listened, I watched to see what was on here. I saw a lot of garbage on here. I saw a lot of people, throwing cards up in the air. I'm saying, what's going on with that? There's people throwing cards up in the air saying, oh, let's see what card comes down here and I'll tell you about your future. Because the people with the crystal balls, I'm saying, what's that? They're looking at a crystal ball. I have the ball here. I see clearly my eyes. Wait a minute. That's a table on the other end of the ball. It's sitting on a table. A crystal ball sitting on a table. I'm not reading anything. But I have to make it look like I am. Oh yeah, I see something here. Are you getting a divorce? I think you're going to get a divorce. Your husband's going to leave you. You're going to become famous and have lots of money. What you need to do is just reconcile this and leave. See, there are people that do that stuff. Like 1-800 I'm a psychic. $10 for a minute. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, folks. $10 for a minute from a psychic in California. We have very wonderful psychics here. Talk with Tammy or John or Joe. They'll give you a minute. It's definitely going to be expensive, but understand their time is worth your money. For every minute you spend with them, you're going to get an answer. One word, at least in a minute. And maybe 3 words in 3 minutes. Hey, Kay, good morning. As if they were watching the fireworks. Hey, Cooper, invest in yourself. Yes. From above. Yes.
The one thing, Commander, that I really like about your show is that, just for starters, that there's no arguing or jumping over each other, no negative stuff that happens in your show. It's you let people talk, you let people share their experiences, you help when help is needed, and you're a humble person. And I think that stands out in all these TikTok lives and all that stuff that's going on out there, is that you're not in it for clout. You're in it for to help people and to open up and bust the matrix, open up the doors for people to be able to share their experiences when they have nowhere else to go to talk about these things. And the most important part is that you make people let people know that they are not crazy. You really do. And that's really important, because a lot of people like myself had nowhere to go, to be able to talk about the experiences that they're having and have a platform or a room or like-minded people to be able to share these experiences. And you allow that. This is what your show is about and who you are. And I just want to put that out there, because I think that's really important for people to know, that that's what your show is about and what kind of a person that you are. The Commander is right on top of it, and has been there to help a lot of people, myself included. So I'm very humbled and very
Well, thank
happy to
you.
be your friend.
Yes, and the same thing goes for me. Like, I will never, ever defriend somebody. I will always help a friend. That's what we're here to do. And if I'm missing some of your comments or questions, please forgive me. Things are scrolling so fast. It's not that I'm ignoring anybody. I'm just not seeing the questions because everything's coming so quickly here. And I'm going to go backwards to see if I've missed anything. I dropped in a live yesterday and turned in the door. Hey, Maddie. I had a big orange orb in front of my house, made me feel divine. Half pint, beautiful. Jason, keep shining your light. Exactly, friends and fairy. Oh my God, so true, Kay. Absolutely. Commander is humble, wise. Man, Johnny, thank you. Thank you for the lightning bolt, cultural commentator. Taz saying, Meredith, thank you. I was asking Commander as to explain. I don't know what I was going to explain, but that's why I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see, YouTube. Oh, YouTube. So I also mentioned, I do have my YouTube channel. I should mention that to everybody. If you've missed any of my shows, check my YouTube channel out, Ashtar Command Spaceship News on YouTube. All these shows, this show including, will be put on YouTube sometime today, so you can watch the whole show again if you missed it. It's now 10:32. I'll be back on at 11 p.m. tonight for our regular broadcast here on Earth of Encounters. Please follow each other. And also, Taz has a question, Commander. Taz, what's a question, man? I should probably bring you up. I like to bring Taz up to ask his question before I go. Taz, you're going to come up here if you have time. Join us. Or just ask your question if you want to just type it in or come up on the live here. So, invitation sent. So, Taz, what's the question? You're in there somewhere with everybody else. There's so many people out here. Hey, there he comes. The brother is coming up.
He is.
He's coming down from the spaceship. Hey, Taz.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Good. You beamed him on the show here before the end of the show. I appreciate that. He beamed right in, folks.
Well, Commander, I just wanted to focus on something someone said earlier to you about a hemisync.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So that is the alignment of the masculine and the feminine. I just felt like someone was kind of putting you on the spot, and I thought, well, let's just ask Commander, because I know you know Christ consciousness and stuff. So,
right.
You know, it's for everybody in your audience, because, you know, you're raising everybody up and everything, and people are just wondering how they get there, how they do it, and, you know, it's about the chakras and the alignment and raising yourself up, right? The Kundalini awakening, right? It's about fasting.
Right, that is true. That word threw me off. I didn't know what that. I've never heard that word before. It's like, what is that word?
Yeah, he was vague about it, and I just kind of felt like he was maybe trying to put you to a test, and I was like, no, he's just not explaining it. Commander knows what this is,
right?
You know, so that's why I was just sitting there, and I wanted to reiterate it, because, you know, everyone's trying to get at the level where you are, and you're right. We can attain this level. It's how do we get there, right? So
that's how we get there.
Yeah, you know? I just see you, brother. That's all.
No, I'm glad you came in here to explain that in terminologies that I think a lot of people didn't know what that meant. And it wasn't just me. So I'm really glad you said that. You know, there's a lot of things I know, but I also tell people if I hear a certain word and I don't know what it means, I want to ask somebody if they can, you were able to put it in eloquently into words that most of the viewers here can now understand, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I didn't know what that was. I was like, what?
Okay. Did that come from another planet that I'm not aware of?
Thanks.
What
Taz.
planet was that from? Hey, Taz, always, man. And we'll be on tonight at 11, everybody. That's I'm not usually on in the morning, but man, we had quite a viewership this morning, which I appreciate everybody. All the new people that came here. Join us tonight at 11. If I'm on a little bit earlier, maybe, but normally around 11 o'clock, and we usually do an hour and a half on weeknights. Not just weeknights, pretty much every night. I might take a day off or something from TikTok just when I need to meditate and regenerate. But that's just the way it should be, you know?
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. Hey, Taz, thank you so much for being here. Friends with Fairies.
Absolutely, Commander.
As well, Commander, I wanted to say, you know, thank you for your consistency. You know, that's one thing that I notice on TikTok. When people get into a position, they separate themselves, and, you know, you're very consistent. So I'm sure that that's what's working for you. So keep spreading the love, brother. I'm here. I'm with you.
Yeah. And not only me, you and everybody else out there that are at that elevational level, spread the love, wake people up, help them break the matrix. That's what we're here to do, right? If we're going to shift the planet into that other frequency, when we have mass contact, we do this together. You know, so I'm always in humble service to what I do. No matter how big the show gets, I will still be the same person I am that I was a year ago, 2 years ago, or 1,000 years ago. Well, let's get to 1,000 years right now, but you know what I mean.
Absolutely, Commander. And don't forget to send love to the commander. Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
Send some gifts.
Yeah. Send some gifts. I'd like to get some gifts before I go. So if you can send some gifts and you definitely love what I'm doing, I will ask for gifts. People know I don't have any qualms with it. TikTok encourages that, and I'm going to take the encouragement to do it. So if you like what you're hearing, please do some gifts. So if you have 1,000 coins, you can do a bigger gift if you want to. You can do maybe a whale going in the sea. You can. I don't know if they have a flying saucer that comes through the thing here. Thank you for the fire.
That would be cool.
I wish they would make a flying saucer gift. I haven't seen.
I hope
I'd like to have
listening.
a TikTok. You need to make a spaceship for 1,000 coins that goes through the screen. That would be really good.
Awesome.
But we'll take a whale. We'll take some weird stuff. If you want to throw your TikTok coins, use them. Don't hold them in that TikTok bank. But just use them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Hey, everybody, take care. I got to go. We'll catch you again tonight, live here on the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Better than CNN News, better than NBC, better than CBS, right here on TikTok. Take care.
Bye, Commander. Bye, Taz. Bye, everybody.
Namaste, friends. Be well.
Namaste.
Be well, Commander.
Be well, everyone.